All right, we're gonna call the executive committee
I'm
to order. Looking for a motion to adopt the agenda.
I'll move to adopt the agenda.
I'll second.
Any discussion on the agenda? Not, those in favor?
Aye.
Carries. What are minutes of the March 9th meeting?
I'll move.
Motion to approve, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you, Steve.
Oh, there he is.
Second.
Any discussion on the minutes? Not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any public comments? Public comments, no. Are there any supervisors not seated as committee members that have any information for this committee? What's so funny?
Oh, we asked them any questions yet.
Are you waiting for the closed session?
All right, we're gonna have an update regarding the Fair Society MOU. And there is a option for a closed session, I guess. Possibly if we need one.
Do you want to move that to the end of the agenda? Just so, I
Yeah,
don't, is
so
there
we don't-
anybody else on?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Good idea. All right, how about, is there any updates to the Polk County Board Code of Ethics?
Well, I had worked with Amy Middleton to update some of the language that she was hoping for. She's not here today, so she asked that that be addressed when she returns. But I can certainly forward the redlined version that her and I worked on before the next meeting, if you'd like.
Yes,
There isn't much you can change in it anyways. That's, yeah.
well, except the public shaming,
But
the public shaming.
no, there's actually a spot you can find people. I read that in some other old ones. It was in the ones that were, we got nailed.
Because we had previously talked about adding the closed session confidentiality requirement in the code of ethics. That's already been added. So this was language that would allow for a 12-month look back after a supervisor is no longer a supervisor. So that a future board would, somebody running for office would understand that the code of ethics could apply to an act that you did during your tenure, but didn't get discovered or addressed until after, for a period of 12
What
months.
was the penalty? Sanction.
Censure, just a
Just bring up their
public
name.
shaming, right?
And go back a year.
Mhm.
Oh my
Right.
God. I won't even say what I'm
Different
thinking.
people looking
I'll
at it.
say it.
But I'll forward that to everybody, blind copy, the committee. But Amy and I did get together and finalize her thoughts and memorialize those in a draft.
What did you, what would that do? I mean, why would you even think of doing that? What would be even the purpose of that?
You'll have to ask Amy.
Okay, my God.
Be some extra words in the code.
Oh,
But
boy.
not even, but to go back a year on somebody, and who's gonna investigate that and do all this? Yeah.
All right, well, when we
Yeah.
get the
Yeah.
words, we'll have a
Pick
discussion.
it apart.
Pick it
that way.
apart, you know. Next item is the meeting start time. And we changed our general government meeting to 9 o'clock. Only to help the clerk out. There's been issues where an 8:30 meeting with the county opening at 8:30. And if anyone is absent, very difficult to fill the spots. So.
They pretty much covered it, and we had a couple of issues where we had a couple absent people on a very important also election deadline, with especially the general government. And without anybody else being here in the county yet to address and maybe cover and move some people over, it makes it difficult to start right at 8:30. So that was my ask. And it's up to you guys as the committee, of course.
I make a motion, we change
Oh,
till
oh.
9.
Don't we get to discuss, maybe like
Oh, I
8:35?
thought you were done discussing.
Steve, you got any comment on changing our meeting time to 9 o'clock?
No problems at all.
All right, well, we had a motion, but there wasn't a second yet. We actually didn't do a motion in general government, we just had consensus. We set our own meeting times and dates. I don't think we need to motion it to do it.
Don't we need a motion to set our own meeting time?
I think it's in the rules of order that we set them up and do it, try to be consistent is what it says in there. So
Consistent with what, your own meeting?
that you're on the same day and the same time.
Yeah. But I don't think it'll be too disruptive if we changed it a half an hour in the middle.
Yeah, say the general government, as long as it doesn't interfere with my 1 o'clock nap.
All right, if you want to motion it, Luke, go ahead.
I make a motion that we change our start time to 9 AM from 8:30.
I'll second it, so it keeps going.
All right, is there any further discussion? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Carries. All right, how about subject matters for our next meeting? Or are we meeting with the Fair Society in May?
I believe that's the plan. So I would put that on there with the old language. I don't know if you want to set it at 10 again. Or if you just want to have it on the agenda and ask them to come at the beginning of the meeting.
If we say 10, they want to come at 11. Yeah, I mean, he always wants it an hour later than when we start. The meeting
Well,
starts at
we-
9, we just said
start at
that.
9.
We start at 9.
What else is on?
The ethics will be on.
Just those two things.
Ethics and the fair only?
Nothing else is coming up, okay.
You aware of anything, Vince?
Well, we have topics coming up, whether it be an update on broadband discussions that we've had. We're going to have priorities that we're going to discuss at the board meeting. There may be follow-up to that. But I do think there will be enough topics that we want to have the meeting, and then we may pick and choose what goes into that meeting in May, in addition to that.
Aren't we starting budget talks too next in May?
May, the budgets will be starting with the general government committee. We're going to start that process.
So maybe nothing for this committee.
We
yet.
may have updates on some policies or not. Don, are we?
Not for this committee, I don't think.
Okay, not for this.
All right, well, if anybody has a subject matter that they want to get on the agenda for the May meeting, get a hold of Vince or get a hold of somebody and try to get it on the agenda so we can talk about it. All right, the Fair Society, I'm guessing we'll need a closed session if we're gonna have any. We're gonna be discussing negotiations. So somebody want to move us there? Under 19.851E.
I'll make a motion to that effect. For closed session. With that number indicated.
I'll second.
We're supposed to do a roll call
Aye.
Arcan,
vote. Aye.
O'Connell,
Yes.
Wardell,
Yes.
and Luke.
Yeah.
All right, and then any open. We're back in open session. We've actually gone through all our agenda items. The only item we have remaining. What? What's the only item we have left remaining?
The adjournment. Make the motion that we adjourn.
Got caught up. I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. We'll stand adjourned at 10:07, 6, whatever it is.